Ukraine opens the way to Crimea. Ukraine captured the key objective and defeated the Russian army, causing Putin to bitterly give up. Ukrainian Marines crossed the Dnipro River last month in an attempt to revive Kiev's counteroffensive. Now it appears Russia is attempting to dislodge the beachhead. Ukrainian Marines engaged Russian forces on the left bank of the Dnipro River on Wednesday. It appeared that Vladimir Putin's forces were making a strong effort but were pushed back by Ukraine. Moscow's counterattacks were hampered by low, muddy ground, meaning tanks and heavy equipment could not enter the area. Although units of Ukraine's 35th, 36th, 37th and 38th Marine Brigades were said to have crossed the river on October 22, Russia admitted yesterday that Kiev's forces had captured a punctuation. Vladimir Saldo, the Russian-appointed head of the occupied Kherson Oblast, said that Russian military forces had suffered heavy losses under Ukraine's fierce attack in recent days. The admission came just 2 days after Russian state media published strange reports of Russian troops retreating in the region before quickly retracting the story and issuing an apology. Chief of Staff to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky Andriy Yermak told the Hudson Institute in the U.S. that Kiev's fighters now have feet across the river. He added, step by step, the Ukrainian armed forces are demilitarizing Crimea. We are 70% of the way there. We will continue to rain hell on the Russian army. The Ukrainian army will cause Putin to fail slowly and give up, Mr. Andriy Yermak emphasized. In addition, Russian military bloggers reported that Ukrainian forces began sending heavy equipment across the river for the first time in the past few days. Videos posted to social networks showed Ukrainian troops crossing the river unhindered. Ukraine's big war goal is to retake Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. To do that, Ukraine needs to retake all of the neighboring Kherson region that fell in the early days of the 2022 invasion. Ukraine has struggled to regain a significant amount of territory since it launched its latest counteroffensive in June this year. An important breakthrough on the southern front would be a major victory for Ukraine as winter weather approaches. The so-called mud season has begun to limit the movement of heavy equipment by the Russian army, making it difficult for Russia to fight with advanced weapons here. Ukraine will maximize its advantages at home with guerrilla fighting. Elsewhere in Ukraine, Russia has launched several offensives on the eastern front as Moscow tries to regain the initiative it has lost in recent days, especially around Bakhmut.